Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video is part of the YouTube layout hop. The last Saturday of the month, they always have a group of videos and we have different themes. I want to say this one is about something that you love, whether it be like a place or I think it was like a gathering. It was something to that extent, and I will try and look that up before I'm done doing my voiceover. I decided to use this Pink Fresh, just a little just a little lovely collection, and I fussy cut that wreath of flowers out. And let me tell you, I'm not a fussy cutter, but I'm glad I decided to try it. And I was inspired, of course, by Missy Whidden. If you've never seen her, definitely look her up. Her channel right now is kind of like shut down on YouTube, but you can catch her on the Hip Kit Club and see some of her designs that way, or through Pink Fresh Studios. I think she's done stuff for them and for Paige Evans. Okay, so on this layout, I was going to do some mixed media behind the fussy cut piece, but I decided not to. I was like, the paper that I'm putting it on top of is really pretty all in itself, and it has sort of like a mixed media feel because there's some splatters, there's different colors and stuff like that. So I decided to leave it. Now, with putting this vellum behind the photo, I decided that I wanted the one end torn. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to like tear it towards myself, and making sure I had enough room for there to be a little bit hanging off on the end, but I didn't need a whole lot. So we're going to go ahead and start taping and gluing the photo to the vellum, and then I'm going to put the foam, fun foam behind the photo itself. And normally I would put it on the tape down first on the non-stick side, and then attach it to the project using the adhesive that's already, pre-done. But I decided to flip it this time because I knew I didn't want to put my photo down right away. I wanted to kind of lay some things out and figure out some stuff. So a little trick for you, if you wanting to use a lot of different elements, but you're not exactly sure where you want to put it, and you want to be able to pick it up and move it around, get you some wax paper. It definitely helps with doing that. I did not do that on this particular project. And you'll see there's certain points where I'm trying to lift things back up and it's like, forget it. Okay. So it's actually going to stick and stay. I moved the enjoy around a couple of times, and then I knew I wanted to stamp and used one of these words from the sticker book. So I'm going to go ahead and try and stamp on this particular project. I don't really stamp often, only because I don't have the 12 by 12 platform for the Misty, where you would be able to, use it with your layouts and stuff like that, and then you could use the stamp positioner and get it in the same spot each time. So I'm going to use my my clear block to do it, and I was going to put friendship on the other side, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to put it right beneath, and it says, let me grab it. Okay. So it says, enjoy, remember this friendship. And then later on, I'm going to put a piece underneath that says shared moments. So you'll see that as it comes. And I put a little bit of glue behind the sticker of the word enjoy. And I did that for two reasons. Sometimes the ones that already have the pre-stick background, backing on it, it's not very sticky. It sticks and it'll stay down, but over a period of time, it may start to peel back up, and then it'll be a mess. So on some of that stuff, I will add a little bit of wet glue, so that way I know for sure it's adhered down. And you want to do that especially when you're using white gesso or gesso of any kind on your project, because those things don't stick to gesso. So you definitely want to put some ink underneath. So I was looking for my word friendship and it was on my arm. Did you see it there? This is what happens. I don't know if this happens to you guys. Like you'll look and you're like, where did that piece go? I just had it. And then it'll be like in your lap or on your arm like mine just was. And then I just went through some of the stuff on my desk I had left out from previous projects. And I'm grabbing things like that sticker up above that says best friend goals. We're going to put down a sticker that says this is real life. My friend Beatrice, who's on the far right side, her son used to say that we were all imaginary friends. We were her imaginary friends. And then, you know, we've got to meet a few times in real life. So now we're real life friends. So I thought that was perfect. And then I'm going to go through some puffy stickers. And I'm going to wind up adding at the bottom there one that says, this brings me real joy. I just added the shared moments. And I think I'm actually using some puffy stickers, not from Just a Lovely Note, but the one, the Indigo, is it Indigo Hills 2 or something like that? I had, like, there's a couple of those collections where really you can mix and match a lot of this accessories and the different things that go with it because the color palette is really similar. And I was trying to keep the lighter blue and some of that green right there in that section because you can kind of see it behind the photo. And I thought that would be a really nice element, doing that over there. And then trying to add some pieces in different spots. And then I decided, oh, that puffy sticker will look good right there. Is this where I grabbed the arrow? No, I already put it down. And then I'm trying to think what other pieces I added. Oh, now I'm looking through trying to find some hearts because I knew I wanted to add some hearts in some areas. So I'm going to grab, like, this one has a little bit of purple. So I'm going to grab another size with purple in it. And I got a small one over there. And then I grabbed this the green one. So I'm just trying to put in, like, different pieces really here and there. I love the hearts. Hearts are always something fun to add. And then here's where I fall into the problem because I'm like, okay, I'm going to put some of these down just in like random places, these hearts that came in a kit that I had. And I go to move them to go put a little bit of glue behind them. And some of these will not lift up. So I did just leave them down. If I was able to get them back up and put the glue underneath, then I did that. If not, I just left it. I was like, you know what? Okay, so you don't want to get up. I'll just let you stay where you want to stay. But if there was one that was loose, then I would kind of lift it up and then put some glue behind it. And now for the chipboard hearts, I'm going to peel the backing off and add a little bit of wet glue and go ahead and put those down where they are. And then for the most part, the layout itself is pretty done. I don't think I do much of anything else except for attach the photo and put my journaling off to the left side and do splatters. And really that is all that I do on this. And you could take this even to another level. If you wanted to put fun foam behind the wreath of flowers, you could do that to add it up. What I did was I put glue just in the centers. So then like a lot of my flowers, like the ends, some of those are sticking up. Now, if they're super weak, then I do put a little bit of glue behind it. So that way it'll stay flat and it won't rip off. So anywhere where I can see like I need to put something down, I'm just going to put a little bit of the glue. And then we're going to go ahead and attach the photo. And I'm just putting ATG tape down and then adding some wet glue. And then putting some wet glue on that piece that I have kind of sticking off to the side. So that way, make sure that gets adhered. And then I'm laying it down and trying to press it down. And then I realized, oh, okay, I need to bring it down just a little bit. Because I wanted that little piece of the flower to kind of like lay over top of the photo a little bit. And then I was able to pick up the shared moments, I think it is. Yeah. And then put a little bit of glue behind it. And I decided that I was going to try, I'm telling you, I was definitely inspired by Missy Whitten. I decided to grab my T-square, and I was going to grab one of my pens and put some lines down and add my journaling. Well, I grabbed my gold pen because I thought I would write it in gold. And I decided to kind of just trace some lines here. But when I go to use my gold pen, it's like dried. And I'm sure there's a trick or something you can do to kind of get it to come back to life. I'm not that kind of crafter. I'm like, if you're not working or it seems like you're dead, I'll throw you out. I'm not trying to do anything to get it to work again. It's fine. I'll just buy another one. Because it's annoying. It's super annoying. So you're going to see me messing with this for a second, and then I'm going to give up, and then I'm going to grab one of I have a jelly roll pen in the black, and I was going to use that because I don't even know why I got that pen. I think I got it because like somebody was using it on little critters to make their eyes a darker black. And so I felt like I had to get one, even though I do not color in critters. Like I don't even have really a whole lot of critter stamps. But I had to have the black jelly roll pen. Oh. That's a whole nother video. Okay. So right now I grab one of my favorite gel pens. It's by Pentel. It's a metal pen and I buy refills for it. And I'm writing as tiny as I can because I don't like my handwriting. And that's why a lot of times if you look at my layouts, you won't see journaling on them because I just don't like it. But I will say putting in the lines definitely helps. And I don't mind it that bad on this one. I really don't. I'm happy with the way that, it turned out. I didn't feel like it ruined the project. And then I'm going to find my date stamp. And we're going to get this stamped with, because this was this year in January of 2020. So I'm going to stamp, I think it was the 18th. I'm just checking on my phone off to the side. Sorry about that. So I'm just double checking, make sure I have my date correct. And then I'm going to grab my Versaclear Black Onyx ink to use. And I always test whenever I'm using like the date stamp or something else, anything that I'm having to line up myself, or I want to make sure I got it facing the right way, one, when I'm using it, and that it doesn't mess up what all we've worked on for the last how long exactly. So I'm gonna put the rest of these up. I think I put the gold one to the side, but I swear to you I think I threw it out. Yeah, because it's not here. All right, so now I'm gonna find a piece of paper to cover my photo so we can do some of the splatter. And for the splatters, I decided to use the Distress Spray in the tarnished brass. I'm using the Distress Spray White Picket Fence. And then instead of using black, I decided to use the Nuvo. This is the Mica Mist, and this one is in the Midnight Horizon color. So it's like a nice dark blue. I really enjoy using that because once it dries back, when you're looking at the layout, it gives it a shimmer. It's really nice because of that mica in it. Nice. I really love how it turned out. And what my splatters do, it just adds to the splatters that are already down. It gives it a little added texture. And like I said, when you tilt it in the light, it gives it that shimmer, a little shimmer. So I really enjoy that. And I did the white splatter around the wreath itself so that where the color is, you would have some white splatters to tie it into the background. So this was a lot of fun. I saved you guys. Trust me. I saved you not seeing me trying to fussy cut this thing out. When I tell you a pain in the butt, it was a pain in the butt. but the end result was totally worth it. Thank you guys for so much for joining us. Make sure you definitely follow along on the hop, and please comment. We love reading them. You can like and subscribe, and hopefully you guys will enjoy our little hop along that we have going on. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. I'll be glad to answer those, and I look forward to seeing you with our next video. Have a great one.